everyone, this is Jessica, and this is a flip through of my Gillio Slim Compagna. The Slim Compagna has 14mm rings. They're not croused, but they have held up beautifully. This is in the color gold. It was a nice honey color when I first started using it in January of 2017, and as you can see, it's turned into this beautiful rusty brown. Over time it patinaed. Most of the wear is on the spine and the corners have just darkened a little bit. Otherwise it has held up beautifully, and any of the scratches over time just kind of mold back into the leather. With the slim model you have 3 card slots in the back, 3 in the front, 2 secretarial pockets, and a large full-length pocket in the back. Moving in, we have some sticky notes that I use for forward planning. I have just miscellaneous papers in here, review sheet that I use for my weekly review and brain dump, some index cards, a coupon, and I have band-aids galore in here because I get a lot of blood work done. I have a dashboard from Foxy Fix. I like to change out the papers seasonally. I guess it's one of the only few decorative elements I have in my planner. Picture of my husband and our dog Steven. My word for 2019, which is embrace. I have 3 divider tabs, and they are from PenguinCo in I think they're called Dusty Blue or Stormy Blue. I don't remember the color name, but they're this beautiful gray blue color. They are ultra thin. They are probably the thickness of a piece of paper. So in really small rings like the Gillio Slim, they don't take up a lot of room. I put this together at the beginning of 2019. It is just some goals I have or some things to kind of keep in mind. I didn't do so great at tracking my goals this year, so I'm going to come up with a plan for 2020 on what to do to better track my goals. I have a paper from Studio LTE. It is Harry Potter themed and I'm Hufflepuff, so it's yellow. And I have a master task list, things that don't have a specific date but I need to get done, things I want to research, things I'm waiting on, to buy list that is not food related, and I have a couple sheets of brain dump I've done and some extra. All this paper that you see that is either lined or grid is Tomoe river paper from PenguinCo. Color key I no longer use but haven't taken it out. Some end of the month things to think about updating the next month, which days I get the information for our HSA deposits, buying any birthday cards or anniversary cards for the next month, and just reviewing any big events coming up. My inserts are DIYFISH, and they are the V3 S1. I have been using these consistently since March. It was definitely an adjustment. I'm used to using a day on 2 pages, and when I moved to a week on 2 pages, I kind of freaked out. But I knew that part of me slimming down and taking a more light approach to planning and a more simplistic approach to planning involved going to weekly inserts. And it allows me to I have the whole entire year in here of weekly inserts for 2019, and it allows me to look back on things that I may need to look back on, and it allows me to really prioritize the most important things in my day and limit myself. I tend to, when I was using a daily page, create a gigantic to-do list and never get half of it done, or create a gigantic to-do list and try and get all of it done. So this kind of restricts me on how much I can do. I have a little tracker here at the top. Moving forward, For 2020, or 2020. Oh my gosh. Can't believe it's already here, 2020. I have some upcoming movie information and book information. All my appointments for 2020 are currently not written in here. Luckily, I don't have that many. And I have some page flags for things that reoccur often that I need to keep track of, like coupons expiring, medication refills, if my husband is hanging out with his friends, or I need to get a refill for medication. For my notes section, which is comprised of half of my planner, there are 4 sections: personal, home, miscellaneous, and health. In the personal section, I have a cleaning list for our house, just kind of a guide. I have a beyond this year overview of things like when our driver's license expire, or maybe we have to, our bank cards expire. So just to kind of keep a forward glance ahead of what's happening. Right now, we're trying to move within the next year, and so I'm trying to KAMARI our house and get rid of everything. Not everything, but you get the idea. Trying to lose weight, so I'm going to do some body measurements. When I got sick a couple years ago, I started counseling. No shame if you need therapy, and if you do, go to see a therapist or talk to somebody, which is extremely helpful no matter what you're going through in your life. I keep a list of things to talk about at my next session. Have some Bible sermons I need to check out, a wish list, blog ideas, travel ideas near and far, gifts received this year, gifts I've given, or we've given, my husband and I. This was something I had for this past weekend, didn't happen, so I just stuck it here and I'll put it on for next weekend. Moving into home, I have some important numbers, some reoccurring, I don't know what they call these exactly. I put monthly recurring tasks, but each month there are certain tasks that happen seasonally within that month. So like in May, we need to remind ourselves to buy Mother's Day cards. This is a DIYFISH yearly chart. Ooh. I really like this. It has the weeks of the year on the top with the months that they fall in. And these are cleaning tasks around the house, or we have on the back things with our dog, or backing up our different electronics I keep track of. So it's basically a when did I last, so on and so forth. Don't keep really good track of filling that out. Hopefully I'll improve that in 2020. This is a how to make our house presentable checklist for each of the rooms in our house. Got a couple extra sheets for, we're about to go meet with a builder for our new house, so have a couple note pages for that. The health information for our dog, vacation ideas. This was some cleaning stuff. This is normally where I keep addresses and passwords. Ooh, got some. My rings are a little bit full than they normally are because of the time of year, so I would not recommend this, but just so you know, it does fit in a slim. Got some Christmas ideas I need to put together for people. We have a list of by room, what we need to get done for each of the rooms to make it ready to sell. A wish list for our next home. These are some architectural plan numbers that when we were thinking about going fully custom, we were looking at, but now we're trying to work with just like regular like semi-custom home builder. And this is a refill information. Highly recommend keeping one of these in your planner. I always forget my printer refill cartridges numbers, or the vacuum filter, or our home filter requirements. Got favorite meals, some gift card balances. I was going to keep track of our mortgage pay down, savings. Haven't done that. Also, you will notice I don't keep track of any bills. That's my husband's department. Maybe eventually I will add them into here, but he takes care of that since I stopped working a couple years ago. Also, because of my health, I don't work. So in my miscellaneous tab, I have a lot of stuff concerning movies, books, and TV, because that's something I really enjoy to pass the time. So I have two lists for fall movies happening on Hallmark, a Christmas movie, some books, Marvel TV shows. I'm loving The Shield, or not Shield. Yeah, The Shield, or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is a book list, and these are the formats for some of the books I own, so I know where to find them when I want to read them. TV series tracker. Both of these are from PeanutsPlannerCo. I think this is called the Categorized list. We got some more book things. Books I've read in 2019. Have not filled that out. Haven't read that many, honestly. Movies to check out, movies to watch, TV shows to watch, like on Netflix. Marvel movies, I've started this past year watching all the Marvel movies from the beginning. Really enjoyed them. This is the yearly log, I believe it's called, from PeanutsPlannerCo. Keep track of the followers on my two different social media Instagrams, or not social media. My personal health one and then my planner one. Numbers aren't really important to me, but it's interesting to see how things grow, and it's interesting. Moving on into my health section. For my dividers, in my note section, I just use a regular piece of paper. Keeps it thin. I'm supposed to be going to spinal cord rehab within the next couple months, so I have some questions for them when I went to see about migraines. This is where I put a list of things I've been diagnosed with or blood work that has been out of range. I just make a mental note. Medical brain dump is things that people mention to me that I need to do some more research on. Medications. Also right here I normally keep a HSA kind of check register to see how much money we have in that. My thyroid levels. One of my conditions means that I need to intake more sodium than the average person. So this is, or more salt. So salt equivalent to sodium that you eat in food. My eye prescription. Information about my wheelchair and the next wheelchair. I'm going to get some changes I want to make. And not great filling this out either. Migraines and headaches. This is from Shop Happy's. Love this. Got some sticky notes, some transparent ones, and some blue ones. And then in this back, I got some, I guess it's the personal part of my planner. Got some die cuts from Banana Doodle Shop. She made those, Hannah, very sweet. And a picture of my husband and I. And then just a few, I guess this part of my planner is mementos. So I got a little drawing from Whitney at Goulet. Some pictures of my parents, picture of my wheelchair in case the doctor needs to know something about it, and I'm sitting in it, and they can't look at it. And then I have one stencil I keep with me for a straight edge, and also I like circles, or most use circles if I need it, from Dear Lily Designs. Some business cards, more band-aids. In the back, because it has a full-length back pocket, I keep the past 2 years yearly overview from Philofaxy, and it shows all the doctors I've met with that year. So if any other doctor has a question of when I last saw so-and-so, I can show them. I also keep an Excel spreadsheet back here with the information for all of the doctors I've seen and just a medical history overview. So that's my planner. Thanks.